And a 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had to get some a new headset because of reasons, and yeah. Still getting used to them. But who knows, maybe the new sound that I'm hearing will translate to the stream. And it'll be better for everyone else, too. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. Cat. Well, it's definitely more crispy. Like chicken. Oh, yeah. So we were in the middle of this job, but it was so big and so large. And anyway, it was really, just, yeah. We weren't able to finish it all. So we came back and we're gonna finish the job. I don't know where to start. I guess we'll start on the ceiling. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is so crispy for me. Oh my gosh, I can hear everything. It's like I'm in the game studio. I guess this short extension will work. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, this is definitely a go over it a few times section of the map. Maybe we'll get the long extension, try that out. Now this is how you get the grime off and get the weird things for finishing a section. Wow, I really cannot hear the outside world with these headphones. can't even hear when I'm clearing my throat. Bling! Okay, so I guess we'll get this section next. I'll get the little, ledge-looking thing. Let's clear the clock off real quick. I don't know if this clock is still accurate, but it looks like according to it, it is... I think they're misaligned. The hour hand should be back a little bit if that's 150. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Hey, asset makers for games! Fix your designs. The subway was reopened again following extensive repointing in 1923 by Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 11th. It closed again the following fall after the shocking revelation that Wilberforce Thrust had been using it to funnel train trucks full of stolen money out of town. The money was never recovered. Rip. Oh yeah, so, in the game, last week, we had, these text messages from the person who has employed us, telling us the history of the station. Basically telling us how it opened, who opened it, and what it was used for. So that's cool. Oh, look, another clock. And now we're done with the little ledge there. We can take care of this part. Gonna switch up what we're using. Oh, that's water. Hold on. I got something in my eye. It was an eyeball! No, but really, I did get a piece of dust in my eye. Well, so I'm guessing that this part of the ceiling is different. Oh, and this is main ceiling support. You know what? We could probably take care of this real quick. Just want to point out that this graffiti kind of reminds me of Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc., and I don't know why. I know I kind of rubbed him out, and these guys look like Big Hero 6. But, yeah. Interesting graffiti. I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. Always watching you. At work, we had some people named Mike, and their names overlap. Like, we had multiple Mikes. And we ended up calling one of them Wazowski. And it was kind of funny for a bit. Especially when he can go along with the joke. Ah, good times. I think in terms of content, we're going to do the Muckingham files after the main game. And then we'll do the DLC stuff like Warhammer, SpongeBob, etc., etc. And now to get the wall. Why is the wall so hard to wall? Small extension it is. Rather one stone, not hand, and two in the kidney. Drink water. Hi, Maya. I was half expecting you to pop in and tell me to stop playing with my squirter. Oh, sorry, I'm drinking water. Don't worry. Also, I've had 0 kidney stones in my life. I plan to keep it that way. I love this freaking water gun! But I don't want one. If I wanted stones, I would go outside and pick one off the ground. Too bad. I'll deny the gifts or I'll return them to sender. Take that, biology. And Amazon. It's funny, I had to return a gift recently because I got it in the wrong size. Is soup dinner? It's a very liquidy dinner, similar to like... Okay, so there's meal replacements like Nutriment, and other like nutrition drinks. Soup is kind of in the same ballpark where you can technically call it dinner, but it's in a liquidy form. You have to add stuff to it, or it's just gonna be like nutrition and not like calories. So, soup can be dinner, you just have to add stuff to it. It's like, it's like a nutritious drink that goes with your dinner. Stew is kind of the same thing, it's just a little bit thicker. Though I'm not sure what the difference is. Isn't stew just like thick soup? Thick is good. Especially if you are calorie deficient and you like need to eat. Stew is really good for that. Because it's not too hard in your stomach. Oh. Well, yeah, if it's cold, then getting soup or making it is pretty good. You're gonna have a good time with the soup. Unfortunately, where I live, cold doesn't really exist, so it's always hot. Always. Like, all the time, actually. I wish it were cold so I could use my computer to do science projects. AKA running Folding at Home or Boink to contribute to science while also warming up my room. But if I'm gonna pay extra for electricity, I want it to go towards heating my room up. And if I don't need that, it's just a huge electric bill, and I'm not down for that. What kind of soup are you making, by the way? I prefer chicken, but beef's pretty good too. See, I'm drinking water. There's also a lot of ways to make soup as well, now that I think about it. And one of the recent methods that I learned is that bouillon is not strictly necessary. I thought it was. At least for my family's recipe it is, but... That's also family recipe, so there are going to be specifics that you need. You know, a soup recipe has been handed down to you throughout multiple generations when you can't even pronounce or spell half the ingredients. I just thought of a job that doesn't sound like a real job. It sounds like one of those ones you'd find on, like, House Hunters. But it is a real job. It just doesn't sound like it because of how specific it is. Like, okay, cattle rancher, that is a job. Broccoli farmer, that's also a job. Grain farmer, that's also one. And then parsnip farmer, what the heck is a parsnip, you know? Jobs like that. Like you specialize in growing one very specific vegetable. I will turn around for this. They should have done a crossover with The Legend of Zelda. Because then they could have made the joke of the power washer scrubbing all the floors in Hyrule. You just get a bunch of text messages from Duke Onkled. this is gonna be a hot minute. I'm gonna take a drink of my water. I've had the funny idea, if I ever stop VTubing and like stream with my actual face in the on the screen, of drinking out of a Gamer Supps cup, but it's not Gamer Supps, it's just whole milk. Just straight up organic whole milk. Why? Because it's funny. And technically it wouldn't even be off-brand, because they do have a flavor that has milk in the name. So yeah. Oh, I missed a spot. To be fair, I am intentionally missing a lot of spots that I'm gonna have to go over a little bit later. I'm just trying to get the top of the rail so I don't have to worry about that later. Plus, it's cathartic. Okay, why did I hear louder noises? What the heck? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get the floor first, because physics doesn't make sense. So we're going to have fun with that. I'll have to get the little crack on the left, on the way back. It's like mopping, but from a distance. And more effective. So I've actually had this idea for a restaurant, and I think it's a pretty cool concept. So basically, you create furniture and you spray a special spray on them that is water repellent, so that anytime you go to clean it, the water drips right off, right? So you do that for the table and the chairs. Yeah, it's that sound I keep hearing. Anyway, you do that for the chairs and the table, and then you have a thing that comes up and sort of encapsulates the the booth with the seats and the table, and it shoots water, kind of like pressure wash style, all over the place. But it's all contained within the little dome, and it power washes the seats and the table so it's all clean, and then blow dries it. And since the material is water repellent, it all drips off pretty quickly. You can have a clean table in the span of a few minutes. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. It's see-through too, so people can see how it cleans. Of course, the logistics would be a little bit hard to figure out. Imagine little jets on like ball bearings, with really tiny tubes connected to them, and they just spray the water at a high speed and pressure to make up for the lack of actual water being used. You know, I should just go patent that idea right now. I can make a killing off of it. Wait, why am I running to the other side? This is literally me just holding down W and S back and forth. I'm just glad we don't have to clean the Helter Skelter, because that one was annoying. Name and all. for the middle section. You know what? I'll just crouch and hold down the go forward button. That should go fast enough to get it in one fell swoop. Yeah. Well, except for that little bit there. I realize there's a little bit of dirt that I am missing by doing this method, but that should get picked up once we do, like, enough so that it's clean enough to go ka-ding, and then, everything vanishes. But for now, we're gonna clean the track. We'll get this real quick, and it should help with the floor as well. It's also interesting that I'm moving this fast while going prone. Call of Duty, take notes. Woo! Yay! Just getting underneath the track real quick. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this track as well. Now to sneak to the other side. Snake mode! This isn't going quite as I planned. Wait, I think I found it. Yep, this is how we're doing it. not perfect, but it did the thing. Might as well look at this track too, so we're done with the tracks. You know, one thing I don't understand is, why is it that these train tracks need to be cleaned off when a train's going to use them anyway? Like, wouldn't the train going over the track just clean it by proxy? Because it's going to run over the dirt and kind of smush it somewhere else. If I'm not incorrect. And that's the result I was looking for. Let's get the rest of the tunnel floor, and then we'll move on to something. Probably the ceiling. Hold on, it's saying that there's mold there. Is that black mold? I don't think you can just power wash that away. Figure I should get most of the floor and get that cleaned off if I focus on the cable. And bingo. There we go. Now for the ceiling. This is gonna be a doozy. The subway remained closed for another 30 years until community funding allowed for its renovation. And subsequently cleaning, I suppose. It ran until 1984, when the main tunnel's extensive repointing finally failed, thankfully in the dead of the night. What the heck is a repointing? He says repointing, I think of repainting, like... Surely they're not the same thing, right? Alrighty. It's insane how much you can circumvent if you have a long nozzle. Like how much laddering you can get around. Still don't think I'm the biggest fan of using extensions to get to the roof, but not much I can do about that. Alright. Now onto the wall. Short extension should be good for this. Gotta get the little scragglers. I think going row by row is the way to do it. Same posters, not even flipped. Symmetry's a bit off, but I'm gonna blame that on the city planner. Go ahead and clean off the posters on this go-around. Advertising board, not posters. Woo. Someone put a freaking Miss Daisy hat on this car. Man, the graffiti artists be wildin' out here. Can I just say that Caldera City sounds like something that would happen out of ReFantasio? Like, it sounds like a location they'd come up with. Let's go ahead and get the top, because I'm gonna have to use an extension for this. Might as well use a get it done nozzle, you know? You know what'd be funny is if in the second game you had to also suck up all the water that you used. What the heck? My voice. It's dying! No, I think my throat's just dry. Hold on. Alright, can I speak now? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay then, I wasn't even necessarily done, but... could have sworn I still had a little bit to go. But hey, I'm not gonna complain. So it would have popped up that, the wall was the last thing, if it was the last thing. Which means there's still a little bit more we have to do after we get, this wall cleaned up. that could be. Oh, right. Oh, there we go. Hold up. Do I have to, like, get the lights too? Where's the ladder? Thank you, telekinetic powers. Yep, they want me to get the uplight. Oh, what's an uplight? I don't know. It's up to you. Hold up. Is that a section that is separate? It is! It's a ledge! So we'll get the ledge as well as the lights, and then we'll just use extensions. And you can just boop. Is this why people stream on Kick? Because the bots are out of control? Yeah, get best viewers on a site that the website that you're streaming on is trying to block. Yeah, show me the website for the best viewers for D's nuts. Got 'em! Guess we have to get the long extension to get all the way down there. Okay. That should be good for now. Now we just have to get the actual, like, ledge thing. I feel like maybe we should get the supports first. Since those are a pain. Because all you have to do with the walls is just go down a straight line and you're done. Chad, welcome! I'm power washing stuff. How about you? What are you up to? You know what? You know what? Huh. Boop. I forget that, what's it called? Fortnite is still, like, a thing that people play. Not to say it's old, I mean, for crying out loud, I still like to play games from, like, the 2000s, but, like, I don't know, a lot of games that are like that, where they have, like, loot boxes and stuff, and you can buy, like, their in-game currency, they usually don't last, as long as Fortnite has. Or they just don't make new content. I feel like. Yeah, Windows? Oh, it's my phone. But yeah, go ahead and finish up. I'm not stopping you. I'm just power washing stuff and commenting on whatever goes through my head. Which, as of right now, is not a lot of stuff. I will say that my phone has been randomly restarting as of recent, and I don't know why. And that's what that sound was. It was my phone restarting. It's charging through the computer. And it restarted and then booted back up. So, okay. Whatevs. But other than that, my day's been pretty uneventful. I woke up sleepy, made some caffeine, and did a lot of driving. And now I'm home. I still have some more driving to do later. That's why I'm streaming a little bit early. As you do. Besides trying to do the battle pass, how was your day? Good to hear. Did you know that the original meaning of Fortnite is 14 days and 14 nights? But it's spelled Fortnight, not Nite. Yep. I think the name of the game is supposed to be a play on words because you can build forts and stuff. Or at least you were supposed to be able to. I don't know if they removed the build function or not. I heard something about that and then immediately got distracted by other stuff. Oh, it's still there. Okay, then. I guess if they removed the building function, it would just be PUBG, but more cartoony. And with shields, too. One thing I have noticed, though, is that games are coming in waves these days. Like, there was a Fortnite era where it was all Battle Royale. You drop from a high enough point, and then you all have to fight. And then there's like a circle that, like, closes up. And there were a lot of games that were like that. And now it seems like the games are, like, think DRG Road Core, where after every wave you get a power-up that you can pick from. That makes the fights a little bit easier, but the waves get progressively harder. It's like a lot of developers are picking up on what's popular and then making their own version of it. I feel like that's how gaming is going these days. And everyone's got their own flavor of what they like. I like games that are more chill or survival based. That's sort of my flavor. Which may be why I like Resident Evil to the degree that I do. Apparently they're coming out with a 9th game pretty soon. So I'll have to get back into streaming that and do part 5. Time to jump on the Muckingham thingamajig. As I fall off. But yeah, thinking of continuing back up with Resident Evil probably after PowerWash Simulator 1. I might do 5 and then 6 and then I'll see what to do next. PowerWash Simulator 2 or Resident Evil 7? Maybe? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Hey Raven, thank you for the raid, and welcome to everyone that's raiding. I'm power washing a ceiling. And making it glow blue. As you do. Also, thank you for the raid. I don't know if I mentioned that. I was just talking about plans for streams. I'm thinking of doing Resident Evil in the future. Like after this game. I thought my audio just cut out. What the heck? I got new headphones, so I think that they're struggling to figure out their life and life choices. But oh my goodness, I am hearing sounds with these headphones that I did not know existed in reality. It's like finally being relieved of color blindness, but for audio. You know? It's hard to explain. Can I balance myself on the benches? Alright, let's clear up this side over here. And this side. This power washer is the light of my life. I feel like I could do a better job singing if I had a better mic. If I had a better Mike Wazowski. There was some graffiti on the ceiling that looked like Mike Wazowski earlier. Okay. Tunnel lights and main ceiling lights. I think I know which ones those are. That's one. And a two. And a three. And a four. So, what the heck are tunnel lights? Oh, those. Which one is it? What's on this side? was quick. Alright, let's watch this whole place go from disturbingly disgusting to perfectly clean. That's quite the fast forward. Your work has been signed off. Congratulations. I get all these text messages from Commissioner Gordon, and his conclusion is a single sentence. Alright. Next, we have a fortune teller's wagon. From the Uncanny Franny. What the heck is his name? Anyway, check out my new wheels. Everyone says I could talk the hind legs off a turkey, so I'm joining the traveling fairgrounds of fortune teller. Got the name. Oh. That's why. Oh, it's tough. That's hilarious. That's the name on my motherboard. Anyway, got the name and now I've got the ride. Picked it up from an old lady at the bargain price online. I was the only bidder. She wasn't happy and said she cursed me if I didn't pay her the going rate. But it's not my fault she didn't set a reserve price. It's not like she even looked after the wagon. It's covered in anything and everything you can imagine. The rest of the fairground is pristine, so please help. I got you, Miss Fortune Teller. Can't play Persona 3 in the Fortune Teller's wagon. Or 5. Because, she'll see it coming. Why don't you be my first subject? I don't wanna. I'll divine your past and future based on the ancient technique of water divination. Bruh, are you a waterbender? Let us spread. Hey, yeah. That caught me off guard. That was pretty funny. You pray to, or if you worship, what's his name? Poseidon, do you spray to him? Actually, now that I think about it. You know what we can do? Get clothing. Those are, expensive. Do we have anything funny that we can switch into? You're telling me I can wear octopus gloves. Or octopus, multi-tentacled thingamajig with suction arms on my hands. Heck to the yes. And we'll get gold. Now I just have to figure out how to actually apply these to my character. Because I can change the clothing. Boom. And I didn't pick an outfit. Was there any outfits that I missed that were pretty good? I'll do my favorite. Actually, we'll get all of them. I could have sworn I picked that one. Hello. have all of the suits of cleaning. So let's go ahead and... Oh! Equip a new outfit, gloves, and washer modification at the same time. Wait. I have a washer modification? Wait, where? Not under graphics, is it? I don't think it'd be under options here. Credits is just like these. I really want to do eventually Midgard just so I can clean Cloud's sword. Because it'd be funny to power wash his sword. He gets like a plus 50 to attack. Never mind. I'm an ear. Yeah, I can't tell how to adjust the power washer. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like in clothing on the side here, but I can't tell. Okay, here's the part that I don't understand, though. She got this, and it was covered in grime from head to toe, right? Did that come with a chest that was also filthy? Because I feel like the chest, bench, and orbs should be separate. And those are also filthy. Imagine working as like a teacher or something, and you show up to work like with this as your wheels. A fortune-telling wagon. The only person I could see actually doing that unironically would be Mr. Edogawa from Persona 3. The guy who speaks about magic and tarot cards in the middle of class. And he says weird incantations to start the lecture. Because why not? It is not gonna let me get under there. I sense you're someone who used to be wishy-washy. Really? Always flitting from one thing to another. Was that meant to be a pun? But now you have this renewed focus, like the 15-degree nozzle of a quality pressure washer. That is pretty focused. I will say that the 0-degree nozzle is even more focused. But that's like Adderall levels of focused, you know? Stuffy. Now I'm trying to imagine how I would act if I started streaming, or I started a stream and took Adderall before, like beforehand. I'd probably forget that I was streaming and just focus on beating the game in one go. I'd be full on. I don't need sleep. I need answers to this, to a game. Hold on a sec. Didn't she get this? Hold the phone. Where is the description? Yeah, she picked it up from an old lady at a bargain price online, and she got the name, and now I've got the ride. How is her name on the door and also caked in dirt? Game, your continuity is, like, not even existent. Unless you jack the name from the person that you bought this from, but then at that point it's like, that's really lazy. I guess we have to just accept that the game is like, PowerWash all the things, and continuity be darned, and move on with our lives. Alright, now on to the metal. Okay, we're gonna have to switch to the 15 degrees for the rail. Which she did mention, by the way, so I'm guessing maybe the fortune teller has something going for her. You think if I throw enough water at it, eventually it'll just clean itself? Hold up, why is the sign dirty? Suddenly you feel this need to wash away the sins and malaise of the unfortunate. Maybe that's pronounced malaise. Malaysia? Mayonnaise? This isn't just dislodging moss and muddy streaks. It's almost become a compulsion for you. A compulsion that's starting to take over your life. Okay, calm down there. Also, am I the only one that finds it funny that she is a water diviner in a game about power washing things? Like, that isn't too on the nose. Finally. Seriously trying to wonder how they expect me to get, like, half these, marks. was annoying. Okay, now to get the Darius Ruckers. If you know the song reference, then you know the song reference. If you don't, then... Well, I'm not gonna explain it to you. Unless you ask in the chat section. The chat section. How old am I? Unless you ask via a comment. Then maybe. Maybe I might. We should probably get this part since it's, like, detached. And stuff. Can we, like, shove this chest somewhere else so it's not in the way? Yay! Okay, oily grind. We're gonna wait on that crystal ball for a second here until I can get this table. It's interesting that the legs are considered part of it. And not their own separate, like, entity. Like, half of the game is... It does make my life a little bit easier, though, to be fair. Okay, now to figure out this, crystal ball. I'm thinking we just hit it with the 15, very slowly. That makes it sound like I'm taking out some weird caliber and shooting it. Which technically you could say I am. Is that a cat? Looks like a orange tabby cat, question mark. In the desert? That looks like some of the, areas from Satisfactory. I remember we did the, I tried streaming that to see if anyone would be interested in watching. And I did the, desert area, and that's what it looked like. I think this yellow part... Nope, that's part of the roof trim. I still got the canopy paint, though. Where the heck are these posts still? Well, this one's up here. That's that post. What about this one? Oh. I think it's coming along pretty good. Let's switch back up to the 35... 25, my bad. In the year 3525. Long ago, the four nations lived in peace. Then everything changed when the naked woman card thing attacked. Fortune teller, the last tarot reader. Intro be like, oh wow, looking into your future, it's really quite amazing. What's the next water joke? I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm going to be deliberately vague here. But there are things you're going to do and see beyond your imagination the next little while that are going to blow your mind. I'll go so far as to say that without you, this entire planet is lost. Yeah? But I just work here. Oh, that shutter's already clean. Okay. We might need a step stool for this little part. So I'm being told that the fate of the planet rests on my capable question mark shoulders. Huh. I didn't know that I had the ability to place a stool that far away from me. That's cool. A little surprised I can't do that with a ladder, but I guess beggars can't be choosers or whatever. Yeah, we're gonna need a step stool. So, like, does the world depend on me, and the fate of humanity also depend on me because I'm the only one taking on odd jobs, like cleaning a fortune-telling wagon and an alien plane or something? Like, what in the prophecy has been fulfilled is she talking about? Oh. Hold on, idea. We use the ladder and just spray what we can. we do that? Go to the middle. Go to the end, and let's go ahead and use the steps to try to get the middle a little bit better. Let's get the top real quick. I think we might be able to get this one done pretty quickly. If we just do the top. Hey Doc, how's the wash? I'm back up on Rumbling Rushless. Hey Calvin, what's up? Never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but the data is off the chart. That's so.
Hello, I'm happy to see you.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like she's ready to blow, and if she does, Muckingham is in real danger. Oh, it's a volcano. Hello, Raphael. Welcome to washing. Power washing specifically. How's it going? According to this game's lore, we're supposed to be some sort of superhero that saves the town and the world from danger, and I think we get to power wash a volcano? Question mark? You seem to be really excited. I kind of am. The lore of this game is absolutely buck wild. And I don't know how to think about it. Well, other than slight excitement and I guess mystique. Yeah. That's the proper emotion. Mystique. I am intrigued by the game. Before it was haha, shoot water at things and clean them up game. Now it's like, what is going on here? Glad to hear you're doing good though. I fell. Well, that gives me a time to get this trim. People in fast cars be like, watch this whip. I'm like, watch this wash. What'd you say? Oh, you're Brazilian. That's fine. Unfortunately, I don't speak Portuguese, but I do speak English, and I can try to help you there. I think I have a few viewers that are in Brazil as well. Allow me to be your English teacher. Actually, you know what? I probably could do English lessons as a stream. That could be fun. You're giving me ideas that I could do, and I appreciate it. If I get a big enough following to the point where I at least have 10 people that have English not as their first language in the chat, I'll probably do that. Like once a month, just like covering up any questions that people might have about. Honestly, English is just the hardest language, so yeah. I don't even think that was a full sentence, but whatever. Yep. I could try to talk a little slower, but at the same time, might be a little difficult. I talk fast without realizing it. But I'll try my best. Purple. Well, until someone tells me to start rapping, I'll try to talk a little slower. I think we are almost done the level. What food would I choose to eat before I die? That's a good question. Probably popcorn. But not popped. So if they cremate me, I become a bag, and they just hear popcorn popping inside of me. Because that would be funny. Yeah, unpop though. Because when it pops, if I get cremated, it pops inside of me. So the person doing the cremation, they're like, why is there a popping? And then it's me. That's a good question. What is my favorite food? Probably soup, chicken soup with egg noodles. Oh, just egg noodles. Noodles made with eggs. Usually it's chicken eggs. Hanha. I'll have to try that at some point. If I ever see it offered, I will probably try some. I had the opportunity to try a lot of different foods here. So that might pop up. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. The soup I normally have already has also chicken and carrots in it. Not rice though. You go over there. I have been eating more rice though. At first, it was weird that you put it into soup. Now that's just normal for me. I normally don't eat when I have a cold, but I will eat hot foods when I'm hungry. If you're sleepy, go get some rest. I actually have to hop off in just a second here, too. I have stuff to do. So you go rest up for college. I'm going to see if I can clean this wheel. And then I'll hop off myself. You're fine. Take care. And sleep well. Finally, that was a pain in the butt to clean. Those wheels do not want to be cleaned whatsoever. Can I get two? Yes, I can get two. But I'm gonna have to end this pretty abruptly because I have to go do something. And I should have hopped off like 13 minutes ago for it. But that's gonna do it for the stream. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, got stuff to do. And we'll be back Sunday for Re-Fantasio. Which I am enjoying a lot. Like, probably one of my favorite streams so far. Anyway, I'm gonna go charge my headphones, do the thing I need to do, and I'll see you all hopefully Sunday. Y'all take care, and bye-bye. Thanks for popping in and watching and stuff. Yeah. Okay, bye.